baby. Back in the Pathfinder. So it's time for me to find the path. Oh, talk about a fucking name with some hidden symbolism. Why I need some Pathfinder. So I need some Pathfinder. This way you'll find your path. It's probably just a way to get people to buy it. Even though I think it's probably, in my town anyway, it's not a very popular car. Like, when you buy a new car, you start seeing that car everywhere. And, you know, I've been picking out the Pathfinders left, right, and center, but in all honesty, there's not that many of them. It's not like it's super fancy or super nice or expensive. It's just somewhere in the middle of all that, I guess. But anyways, the only reason I'm making this is going to be a short little fucking video. Couple things, I guess. So I'm on Facebook now for anybody who doesn't know, who may not have seen any of the videos or know, like I said, and I don't know if it was my last video or one of my videos. Anyways, I said, probably the one right before this one, yeah, so it's already on YouTube anyway, so, but just to reiterate, Ceremonial Witchcraft, it's on my YouTube page, it's in my About page, I got a link that brings you right there to it. I fixed the Instagram one so that now when you click on the Instagram one, it also brings you to my Instagram page. I believe I fixed it anyways, it should be fixed. And Instagram and Facebook are now linked, and they're both on YouTube. And yeah, I'll see how long I get to keep this bitch for. No, I'm not gonna say that, it's gonna stay. Wife knows about it. Probably no, because my wife fucking spending my account because of all that bullshit in the past she didn't want to deal with anymore. So I'm like, who knows? But anything's possible. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. I'm on Facebook, so I totally said that in the last video. That if you watch all my stuff, well then you don't need to go to Facebook. But anyways, Facebook's ads and stuff like that are pretty darn good. You know, I've only been on Facebook, I think, for 7 days, maybe 8 days now, and it's, I don't even think that long, but it's really, you know, I put a couple links on there and tried their ad shit out for, you know, a couple dollars a day, basically. I don't know how much it was, just to see what happens, you know, and it's not like I got a bunch of money to throw around and just waste on ads and shit, but at the same time, it's like, you're not gonna know if something works unless you fucking try it, right? So you can sit there and be like, oh, I want money, or I want people to get my message, but if you're not gonna try shit. Anyway, so I don't even know what these ads do or where they go, but so I just filled out the information and put it there, and yeah, I got like, it's reached, I don't know, 200 and some people already in the 7 days. I mean, the impressions are still like at 30 or 40, but and then the clicks, whatever the fuck that means, is at 3 or something last time I checked. But you know, still, for 7 days it's not bad. When I first did Spreaker, like I said, I put a bunch of, I think I put 3 or 4 15-minute free episodes on Spreaker before I bought a package, and just nothing was happening, nothing at all. And, you know, I just kind of gave up and wasn't doing anything, and then I got that message saying, hey, your viewers or your followers or your listeners are waiting. I'm like, what the fuck? Just some stupid random notification, and then when I checked, it was like 40 downloads for the 3 or 4 episodes I put out, and I was just like, oh my god, I made it, I did it. Obviously, it's not, I didn't make it, but you know what I mean? It was like, people liked it, people listened to it, like, holy shit. Because, like, you can kind of tell what it was from. It was, you know, but anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about magic still some more, because you don't talk about magic while you're doing the magic. You don't talk about the magic you performed, you know. It's kind of, you know, like your wish, the whole wish thing. What did you wish for when you blow your candles? What did you wish for when you wish on the shooting star? What did you wish for at the wish hour? Whatever way you're wishing, they tell you not to say your wish or it doesn't come true, right? Because people's minds get in the way. And then you have these TV shows and cartoons and movies that, you know, the people trying to make the guy's wish come true because they did tell them and whatever. But anyways, well, that's semi-true. And it's not just to tell you that everything that you've ever been told is a lie and everything that you're ever told is a lie is actually true. It's not that quite simple or easy. But when it comes to magic, if you do tell people what you're working on, and it's not somebody who, you know, you trust and whatever else, then yeah, it could not happen, or at least not happen for a while. So you don't talk about magic while you're doing the magic. You don't talk about magic to waiting for it to manifest because it's going to prolong it or stop it. Because I totally believe, can I give you proof? Probably, but I'm not going to. But can you do everything right except for tell somebody what your manifestation was, and then that person think that it's full of shit, it's bullshit, it's not going to happen, or they might be a magical practitioner and they wish against it, they reject that you're going to get that, and then nothing happens. And I believe that totally can happen. So keep your magic out of other people's minds, and you can, it's all up to you. It's personal preference if you want to look like a witch or a magician, goth or satanic or a free spirit or a new age or a hippie. That's all up to you. But if you're around the same people, then yeah, let that side out, express yourself. But if you're, and you got to watch that too, right? Because the same people you hang out with, if anybody within that group is jealous or doesn't like you or a whole bunch of different things, then you might want to watch out what you're saying around them. At least you can express to your creative side. If you're having all this manifestation power or luck and things are working out for you, and then you're around a bunch of people who also do magic but they're not having such luck at the moment, and you start bragging about all your shit, well, don't be surprised if a bunch of their minds get in your way. But on the candle I did today, like I said to you before I left the house, and this is not a big manifestation, but it still was what I wrote down. My wife initially told me the impounding fee for my vehicle, initially it was $500. The girl was estimating that the first time. She said 7 days, not criminal, you're looking about $500-600. Which, $550 I think was the exact number she told me. And then yesterday she called again and she didn't get the number of the real place, and then she got that number, and when she called, the quote they gave her, they were just estimating, but they did more of a good estimation with all the criteria, $75 a day or $50 a day plus processing fees and all that, and it was $790 something, I believe she said, and almost $900 with the tax, and that was pretty shitty. So my wife, she almost had tears in her eyes when she told me that, and, that made me fucking feel like a piece of shit too. And so today, that was the whole reason I did that candle during that video with you guys. I already had carved on it, and then I lit it while I was talking to you, so my mind was definitely off of it. Ritual already done, and but basically, in a nutshell, I wrote on there that among other things, I was I told you guys about the whole compensation thing because that was part of what I wrote on there. I wrote about thanking Mars for my passion. Using my passion, finding my passion, receiving compensation for my passion. I am grateful for receiving compensation for my passion and having that compensation. I am grateful for having that compensation to be able to pay for Corey LeBlanc and Sandy LeBlanc's financial bills. I don't think I use bills, but that's the equivalent, and debt. I am thankful for the reduced amount for the impounded fee. I forget how I worded that, but anyways, as for reduced, and I was so grateful for not having to pay. And there was two ways I worded that on there, right? So, and then that's whenever my wife came up. I also said something about court date and there being a success or a win or something like that on there too. So that was the most minuscule thing I wrote on that candle, and then I wrote two things about what was going on that day. So I didn't want to have to pay almost $1,000. That would have been pretty shitty. And lo and behold, we get there and the guy first we get there and there's nobody coming to the reception. It was like, holy fuck, and it was hot. And they had a little bit of air conditioning, but it's a very tiny little space. And then I thought the guy was coming because when we pulled up, the guy's like, hey, there's some people here, to whoever else he was working with. And then nobody was coming. 10 minutes we waited there, so I'm like, I'll go around back and see. Go around back, I look at them, they both look at me and they turn away, and they kind of walked away where I couldn't see them. I was like, what the fuck? So I assumed maybe they were coming in, but that was kind of weird. And then Buddy comes up, obviously a little more balls because the other one just bitched out. But he's like, I'm very sorry guys, but you don't mind waiting 40 minutes till the guy gets back? She's like, well, what do you mean? mean? Like, do we have a choice? This is my wife. Do I have a choice? Because no, I got to go back to work. This is my lunch break. I've got 4 kids at home, and you know, it's a 7-day impound, and this is the 8th fucking day, and 11:44 is when I'm supposed to be released, and it's fucking almost 2 o'clock, and so I started laughing too, and I just kind of walked away, and so the guy, he just kind of walked away too, like, so, and my wife hates when I do shit like this. I'm like, give me the keys, babe. She's like, no, you're not taking the car. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go. My phone died at this point. I was uploading a video to fucking Facebook, and it died during that. Luckily, Facebook is better than YouTube. It doesn't just cancel it out. YouTube doesn't always do that. So it depends on the amount of time it happened at. So, anyways, I go in the car, start the car, hear the guys looking and watching every time I come here. What the fuck is he doing? Shouldn't be in the fucking car. It's like, well, I'm fucking do my invoice, assholes. But, you know, I kept trying to make and say out loud that, you know, it's not their fault, but I'm gonna write all this down for the court hearing, the court date anyways, just in case, you know, 8th day, and they're making us wait 40 minutes and all that, you know. And it took about 20 minutes, but then someone came who did not know how to do invoices, who had somebody on the phone working it out with them, step by step how to do write the invoice, step by step how to use the Interact machine. You know, when she said 6:71, my wife went from frustrated, pissed off, like, can't believe you made me late for lunch, just to sit here and have to wait for a car that we're already a day late getting and having to pay $1,000. She had that fucking face like, you know, she would kill that motherfucker if he said the wrong thing. And he was sweating because he was working, but he was just like being as polite as possible, eh? And yeah, when she heard 6:71, her face just lit up. And you know, when we left, she's like, just take it and run, dude. Just take it and go. Let's get the fuck out of here. I was like, what? Well, wasn't that roughly what you were saying? She's like, well, no. It was almost 800 with the fucking taxes. It was coming up to about 900 and something. Holy fuck. You know, and she was the first one to say, well, see, this is why I do candles. She just shakes her head, eh? Like, yeah, you're just gonna tell me the same thing. You always tell me that. When the fuck are you gonna start believing this shit? And, you know, well, man, fuck. But, you know, small little win there. I got $130, let's say, or $120 reduction. And that came true, so that means my court date's gonna be a success, and that means my passion is gonna pay for the party soon. So, yay! Yeah, I wanted to share that because I think that's fucking wicked. That I can make a candle and pray what I want to happen, and then it happens in existence. Now, why does Candle Magic do this? Why does this work? Well, there's many reasons. First of all, writing period works. All right, whether you're just doing what the wealthy people do and write something down before you go to bed, so that your subconscious mind can work on it as you sleep. That's why you don't have to store it. Because trying to store too much in your head, trying to store too much information in your head will give you a mental block. It can give you actually a variety of blocks, but a mental block meaning, like me, I take in so much information and I retain a lot of it, but then my keys are in my hand and I can't find them, or I can't remember what I did with something, or I just had something and I can't find it. All these little things are like, you know, these are mental blocks because I'm taking in more information than I can store health, like in a healthy amount. You know, it's way above what I'm supposed to be doing. And you know, I had to do that. I don't always do that, and I really should, because writing things down means, you know, you make room for it to happen. You're taking it out of your mind, and especially with things you have to do the next day that you don't really care about, it's like the easiest, most mundane form of magic. So it's like, okay, what to do tomorrow? Well, I gotta get all these chores done by this time. I gotta go to this store and get this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. All these things you don't care about, the things you have to do, not things you necessarily want to do, right? So what happens when you want something so bad and you can't stop thinking about it? Well, it doesn't manifest. What happens when you want something really bad and you forget about it? Well, it manifests. Well, the same is true for the things that you don't really care about. The residual Frater Xavier put on his channel was for an orange ball to appear in your yard. And it's something no one gives a shit about, and no one knew what it was, so they didn't know what the hell it was going to be. And he set the anticipation that it's not like you're getting money or it's something bad going to happen to you. That it's just something weird enough that you'll know it, but you don't really care about it. And anyways, and like, I didn't even make this residual, and it worked for me. And you know, and so many people keep, well, I don't know about now, but for the longest time we're writing into him saying I found an orange this is how this works. And the things you don't really give a shit about are the easiest. So this is why I said, and I continue to say, start off small. You can start like I did and do a big 10 grand, but it's going to take a while, and you're going to lose your faith in magic, and you know, sometimes it's what it takes to manifest. Because when you ultimately give up and think it isn't real, but you did everything right, and you don't have an emotional block, and you're not at the same time banishing. So here's the difference. I wasn't saying that I'll never be rich. I wasn't saying I'll never get 10 grand. I was saying magic isn't real. Magic isn't real. And you know, we all know what negative words do whenever you're making an affirmation or a spell. Negative words don't work to impress on the subconscious. It's like they're not even there. So magic is real, magic is real, magic is real. That was, if it was understanding and comprehending the words, that's the words it was understanding. So that's a good thing that I did by accident. But when you ultimately give up, I wasn't saying that I'm never going to get the 10 grand. I was just assuming magic wasn't going to work, that I tried this for nothing, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, I'll figure out a different way to make this working and shit work. At this time, as my daughter was really young, and I didn't want to go back to work, so I wanted to stay with her forever. But anyway, so this is why I say start small, because the little things you don't care about, you know, like getting, see, when you start fucking with finances, it depends on how your energy is towards money. It depends, and like, you know, somebody who's focusing on a career might not care about love, you know, and one night they just be like, oh, it's not, you know, but it would be nice just to have somebody who understood, you know, and then they get back to focusing on their career because they don't really want that right now. And then, boom, go to a bar, they find Mr. Right, and then all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck's a career? I never wanted that. You know, I guess I did, but I didn't. I never imagined that this would be so much more fulfilling. And anyways, the point is, the things you don't really care about happen faster because you get your mind off it. So having this complete faith makes it easier to get your mind off of it. And it also helps the whole programming aspect. So if you're programmed to think magic isn't real, well, if you start faking it, fake it to make it, fake it till you make it. Sorry, I'm getting tired there. I haven't slept yet. I worked 11-7 last night and I haven't slept yet. Bike tone, standing on the sunway from the car. But anyways, fake your faith until you make the faith real. Okay? Now, it's something very hard to fake, and some will say you can't fake it. But I believe you can fake everything and anything. But yeah, internally, if you don't believe the thing you're faking, it's gonna tell, but you're gonna be able to tell. Anyways, all I wanted to say was another win, another manifestation, not very big. You can say it's a coincidence, you can say it's luck, and I don't care. The amount of things I tell you that happens. No, wait, how's the receipt? Let's say I show you the fucking receipt, but she's got it in her purse. But anyways, yeah, coincidence. Magic is always going to be a coincidence. It's never not going to be. This coincidence is another word for synchronicity, basically. And Frederick Xavier has an episode that talks about that. He gives you the real definition of coincidence, which is something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing, coincidence, two separate situations or circumstances that seem to be connected but are not, right? That's the definition. So, seem to be connected but are not, but seem to be connected but are, you know, because that not doesn't work in your subconscious mind. So coincidence means, and he breaks it down saying, well, let's take the as in cooperation, cooperative, company as in more, companion as in, you know, somebody else with you, you know what I mean? So is two or more, basically, right? So two or more, and incident is, I forget how you fucking describe incident, but it was two or more working together to make something happen, basically. This is the real definition of coincidence. So, and he goes on to say, so when people say, well, that's not magic, it's just coincidence, you can look at them without lying or getting mad and say, yeah, it is, but a coincidence doesn't mean what the fuck you think it means. But anyways, I think that's enough because I'm fucking tired. I got the shades on. I always have the shades on, but right now it's because my eyes are closed. So I'm gonna go before I record myself sleeping. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. That's it. But for today, if I upload anything else, it's gonna be older content. But yeah.